I got nothing to say right now. I have nothing good to say at all right now. I'm just at the point where I'm not even gonna hold back or anything or pretend that I'm feeling fine and that, oh, they have a chance still to win 2 in a row. I'm not doing that today because the play on the ice today, disturbing. It's disturbing how you don't even look in the same class right now as the team you're going against, and you're in the conference finals. Gross. What a putrid effort yet again. All odds were against them rolling in, right? Not winning a game 5 at home once in their history in the ECF. The Florida Panthers having an outstanding record that improved to 12-0-1 now with Dan O'Rourke officiating. Granted, officiating, you cannot blame anything on the officials. You know why? Because this team does nothing at all at 5v5. Complete and utter dog shit yet again from this team at 5v5. Capo Caco needs to be scratched. Jack Roslovic needs to not play. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't care who it is at this point. You cannot continue to play those two because that third line was horrible tonight. Alex Wenberg, terrible tonight. Ryan Lindgren, terrible tonight. Adam Fox, terrible tonight. Who do you look at and say, man, you know what? At least you can look at their play and say, you know what? They played solid tonight. There's nobody. I mean, there is nobody tonight. Keandre Miller, maybe? But even then, are we going to reach for that there? If things do not change in any regard rolling into game 6, I'm not talking just lineup changes. If we don't see from the jump a change in the system, you're not coming back to MSG for a game 7. There's just no way you're coming back to an MSG, coming back for a game 7 at MSG. This is just, I don't even understand how you look that soft in a game 5, a pivotal game 5. Gustafsson, oh my God, a turnover machine. Are you kidding me with this guy? Zach Jones needs to be in the lineup over him. I don't understand what we're even doing entertaining this right now. Why are we entertaining this play with Eric Gustafsson when nothing has changed? When your best guy at moving the puck up the ice is in the press box, and that's arguably the most important thing when going against this level of a team. Their forecheck is annihilating you. The breakouts, it was something that I was worried about all season long. December, it was first so visible to me in December with this team, the lack of execution on the breakouts, and it just kept spiraling and spiraling. And it's like I kept saying every post game, and people were getting pissed at me because they're like, "Oh, they're winning games. Who cares? Just stop complaining." But now do you see why I complain about things like this? Because when you go against an elite opponent like the Florida Panthers, who have an elite forecheck, you're not going to win hockey games when your breakout is just non-existent. Simple as that. And the lack of forechecking from this team, disturbing. I mean, it wasn't exactly putrid tonight because, they did have zone time tonight, but what does it matter when you're not generating quality chances at all? It just does not matter. You scored a shorthanded goal and a Chris Paul goal with the empty net. What do you want me to say? Who am I giving a round of applause to? What is it with this team and just no showing in efforts like this? It was the same script, basically copy paste script of game. The only difference is the Lafreniere goal. Copy paste script of game 5 against Tampa 2 years ago. It's the same exact script. You get the first goal, and then you have 2 goals against, arguably goals that Igor maybe could have stopped, but I am not faulting Igor one bit for this putrid team in front of him. And the empty net goal. Again, the only difference is Lafreniere got that goal late. Otherwise, we're talking about an exact copy paste of the exact games. It's a theme. Look at this team's history. It's just a theme with this organization. Get bailed out by goaltending acrobatics. You don't score on the power play. You get maybe 1 or 2 goals and you call it a day and you don't win the game. But season's not done, right? We're not done here because there's still potentially 2 games for them to win. That's the crazy part. I'm pissed off. I'm livid, but I'll tell you right now, where am I supposed to have faith rolling into game 6 when this team has got complete and utterly dominated the past few games? Where am I supposed to look at the optimism right now, other than the fact that, you know what, they do have 2 wins in the series and it's not over? Where's the optimism come in if there's no changes? Because this is just an unacceptable effort. I don't know what to say. Not dealing with some of these people in the comments right now. All I know is that there better be urgency. There better be a systematic adjustment and hunger, most importantly, because the star players right now, not seeing it right now. Just not seeing it. Zibanejad got knocked off that puck on the empty net goal way too easily. And sure, you could argue this was their best effort in a loss, but again, where's the 5v5 production? Where's the effort at 5v5? I can't even say I could argue that. The only thing that looked better tonight was the penalty kill. That's about it. But you got dominated. So have to make changes. I mean, it's just that simple. If there's no change at all from game 5 to 6 and you don't tweak the system, I mean, just expect the same outcome. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That's what they're doing right now. I just can't understand the man-on-man defensive structure when Florida pantsed Carolina last year. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So all I know is that they have 2 more cracks at this thing if they want to punch their ticket to the cup. But I would be lying if I said, I'm just giving my honest perspective. If you guys feel differently, be you. More power to you, if anything. From my perspective personally, though, and I want to have faith, but I simply just don't know if I could give myself, will myself to feel any sort of optimism right now when there are guys in this lineup that are just simply unplayable right now. Kaapo Kakko's not playable. Jack Rosovic's not playable. Filipino's clearly not playing healthy. Rempe's logging 4 minutes a night. The star players just look like they're not competitive out there. The power play looks non-existent. I don't know. I don't know where I could even find the optimism right now. But again, more power to anyone that does. My entire mood could change after game 6. My entire mood. If they look dominant and they control that game and they win game 6, my entire mood changes rolling into a game 7. But until I see it, nope. I'm just simply not there. Leave a like, by the way, if you haven't. Subscribe if you guys haven't. Turn on your notifications. I'm not even doing the full intro tonight because I'm just not in the mood to. I'm just not in the mood at all to And I'm not saying they're going to control it. I'm saying that's the only way my mood changes after game 6. But I don't expect them to control the play. So don't get twisted. But go ahead and prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, shitheads. But I don't expect to be proven wrong. That's the issue here. They're getting killed out there. Like, Florida looks like you're seeing the difference in a team that's been there, done that type deal versus a team that clearly looks like they run out of steam quickly. Like, I don't know what the answer is. I have no idea what the answer is on that one. But all I know is Florida looks like a team that's been there, done that. The Rangers, no. And they were in this spot 2 years ago in a conference finals. But clearly there was not anything learned from that, at least from what we've seen the first few games. Nothing looks different right now at all. And again, you got 2 games to flip the script here. And this is the main problem. Where's the adjustment? And I don't know if this is a Laviolette thing or a player thing or a bit of both, but there is just no adjustment, it looks like, whatsoever on the ice. Like, again, the man defense is just not working. The execution on the breakouts, the lack of puck support is just not working. The power play needs a big time adjustment. But I also, again, do think it's a player thing because, again, how many times have we been there, done that with this type deal? You have the star guys not playing good enough hockey at all, and you have guys like Rosovic and Kakko and Wenberg that are just not playable. That third line got torched every time they were on the ice. Good question. But again, you're seeing the difference right now. If you're seeing the difference in a team that has been there, done that, and a team that hasn't. Go fuck yourself. You're not a Ranger fan. Rangers win game 6. Appreciate the input. Appreciate you stopping by. Algorithm all hits the same. Sorry. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm just not here for that tonight. And I'm not discounting the fact that they could win a game 6. But based on what I've seen the past few games, how am I supposed to right now feel good rolling into game 6? You're just simply lying to yourself if you feel good rolling into game 6 right now. You're lying to yourself. And again, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Make me shut up. Game 6, make me put my hand up and say, you know what? I was wrong. This team has killer instinct. This team has balls. This team's incredible. Make me feel that way. But the past few games right now, I mean, there's just nothing right now to make me feel anything any better right now. And I agree. I agree that closeout games are tough, but right now, I mean, the power play's invisible. Too many guys are... I don't know where the comment was, but I just saw it 2 seconds ago. That there's too many guys that are just non-factors right now. Player interviews make me want to vomit. I don't even want it. I have no appetite to read the player interviews. The adjustments playing are highly paid, yet somehow worse players. More than the guys willing to grind it out and at least give effort. Goudreau, Rempe, and Cooley may not score, but they play hard. That I agree with too, that I don't understand the lack of ice time for some of these guys right now, but it's got to change. Things just simply have to change. They were all right. I mean, sure. Again, sure. You could argue that this was their most competitive loss thus far, but for right now, I don't know. because the execution's just not there. And again, I can't hang my hat on anything because they just didn't generate enough quality chances. Like, that's my biggest issue right now. What were the... Yeah, they had 7 high danger chances and allowed 18 at 5v5. I mean, that's just not going to cut it. The Rangers could win the series, and this is the point that I'm making. But in order to do that, they need to want it more than Florida. And right, there's been too many guys on the Rangers that are playing soft and casual. It's not coaching. And I agree. And this is the point that I'm making. I'm not discrediting the fact that they could win the next 2. Again, if they win the next 2, I am as happy as anybody. I would sell my soul for this team to win a Stanley Cup. But for right now, I just simply cannot talk myself into. Maybe I wake up and feel differently tomorrow. Who knows? But for right now, in this moment at 11:16 p.m. on May 30th, I cannot right now just talk myself into this team winning this series thus far, unless I see with my own eyes a change of pace, a change of just adjustments in the system. Changes are, yeah, I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. 0-7 home game 5s. I think in the conference final, yeah. No, you're good. My blood's boiling too. I wouldn't be able to type out comments right now either. I would take a shot now and make more line changes. I agree with that. Put Gudra on the 3rd line, move Wenberg to the 4th line. Let Rempe play more minutes. Put Laffy on the 1st power play unit. Let Laffy play on the 1st line. I agree with you with every single bit of this. There's not one part that I disagree. And I've been screaming for Lafreniere to be on the top unit for a couple of days now, but it's just seemingly not going to happen. I just don't understand it. We got $2 dono, I just realized, from Zach here. Thank you for the $2. I mean, I don't know why you're giving me $2 just to comment that, but I appreciate that. You got your bit of attention there, but I'm just not going to acknowledge shit like that tonight. But thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, you could argue that. Sorry, season's over. They're being outplayed. I can't deny that they're being outplayed. I'm not going to sit here and say the season's over until it technically is, but it just does not feel good right now. Meek is a Banachad. I thought we did a better job of just taking what they gave us. I mean, it's just quotes like that where it's like, where am I supposed to have faith unless Laviolette feels differently? Kreider, just got to continue to get pucks and bodies to the net. Thank you. You didn't really do that tonight, so I don't know why you're saying continue. There's nothing to continue. It just didn't happen. Like, what are we continuing here? Can my camera just focus, please? All right, guess it's not going to focus. Thank you for the $10, Christian. I really do appreciate that a lot. That means a lot to me. Appreciate you. There we go. Got to focus. 94 all over again, down 3-2. Yeah, and if it's the same thing as 94, I will not complain. But right now, I just don't feel good. Kreider on the mindset, going down the Florida, down the series, win a game, go down there and win one game. Yeah. Fox had a good start, trying to play from behind with not too much time left, and it's not that easy. God. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? I mean, like, that's the thing that really annoys me is, like, the start they had, too, was actually, like, good in this game. That's the only thing you can hang your hat on, to be honest with you. Like, they actually had a decent start. Laviolette, it was a tight game. Chances were probably pretty much even. No. Let's just not do that. How about Gustafson, too, taking that penalty, right? How about Gustafson taking that penalty that could have gave him a 5-on-3? Yeesh. And I'm not disagreeing with them. I'm just that I'm not giving, like, that much attention to comments like that. I'm just not in the mood to deal with it right now. And, yeah, yeah. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Because I've been... I don't know. Thank you for the $5 too. I appreciate that. I mean, keep giving me your money. I mean, I'm not complaining whatsoever. I don't know why, again, you're wasting your money to comment that. I'm not disagreeing with what you said. No, nobody's disagreeing with what you said. Just I'm not in the mood for it. And I think it's rightfully so. I'm just not in the mood to deal with any of that right now. That's stupid. Oh, you suck. Take my money. I mean, again, I'm not complaining. The algorithm hits the same. It's whatever. I mean, I don't know what he wants me to do. I mean, I've said the Panthers have outplayed them. I've said that they've dominated them. I've gave the Panthers the flowers most of this post game. I don't know what more Panther fans want from me, but a lot of them in the comments have just been... It's not all of them, so don't take offense if you are a Panthers fan, because it's not all of you, but like some of the Panther fans have just been, you know, ridiculous. I don't know what they want me to say. Wasting Igor like Hank. Yeah, I mean, it feels similar right now. If the Rangers are going to do it, it's going to be the typical Ranger faction. Expected the L tonight. Was always waiting on what happens in Game 6. I have a feeling the outcome will make us happy. I hope you're right, Antonio. And I'll be honest, I mean, I didn't feel great right now going into this, but do I put Jones... Yeah, I mean, yeah, I want Jones in the lineup over Gustafson, yeah. I definitely do. I don't understand why. No, I'm not worried. Again, the algorithm all hits the same, so I'm not complaining. I'm getting money right now. Like, it is what it is. Panther fan here. Is there a reason Rempe doesn't get much ice time? He draws 2 Panther players and usually gets the guy open. Simply because they're scared he's going to take a penalty. It's really about it, honestly. But if he's going to play for 2 minutes a night, I mean, he shouldn't be... At this point, he shouldn't be in the lineup. And I know I've made the argument for him, especially because of the results at the end of the day mattering the most. But you can't play him if he's going to just play 2 minutes. But he should get more ice time. I just don't... I don't understand. I mean, yeah, it's expected, though. When this team did pretty much nothing at 5v5. And the Panthers were smothering them. Rosovic, Wenberg, and Kako all at the... Sorry. All at the bottom of tonight's stat card. That doesn't surprise me, but I was told to shut up and trust Drury when I wanted Gensel, who I know for a fact would have been a better fit for the top line. I mean, yeah. I can't... there's only so much I could continue to beat that drum. I mean, I made my point very clear as to why I wanted him, and, you know, right now... You wish they had a guy that was a top 6 scoring threat, but Thank you, RVA. Appreciate it. Here's $10 contribution toward your ticket to a finals game. Hopefully. Well, hopefully. Please win the next two so I could use this towards a finals ticket. I don't feel great about it right now, but thank you so much for that. Allegedly, this team is different, right? I'm over it. But a guy can dream, I guess. I feel like a sucker for it too, man. But I appreciate the $10. I really do. But, I just... Dump and chase is not working. Why can't... I mean, it's not working because they're not getting it on the forecheck and getting enough puck support. That's why you're not seeing it working, and the execution's poor. Yeah, I agree. They gotta take their chance with Rempe at some point. Mike Partner in the chat. Thank you for the $5. I really do appreciate that. I mean, you had to go bald for this team winning round 2. But please go, like, will you... I don't know how you're gonna do it again. I mean, you can't cut your hair again. Do something if this... Say that you'll do something crazy if this team finds a way to win the series. Maybe that will work. Maybe we need Mike Bartner to save us. Maybe that's who we need to save us. That might be our only hope at this point. An Islander fan, of all people. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean, Gensel on the first unit would have helped. At some point, though, they have to move Lafreniere up to the first unit. It just has to happen. It really does. My camera, I need to get this fixed because this is just annoying me so much. My blood's boiling so much right now. All right, just gonna spam in the chat. No, Mike Bartner's, you know, well, like, listen, it is what it is. There's assholes in every fan base. Mike Bartner's a W Islander fan. We won't slander Mike Bartner here. Again, like, the guy's a hero for round 2. He shaved his head for the Rangers winning that series. So, again, maybe that's what we need right now. We need him to say that he'll do something for if the Rangers win the series, and maybe they'll get the job done. That might be our only hope right now at this point. That's insane. That is insane. Ready for Saturday. Bottom line is, this team depends on the power play. If it's not working well, this is what you get. Yeah, I mean, that's the point we also made throughout the season. And yeah, the Garden was a letdown tonight. It was not loud in that building at all. But honestly, I have a hard time disagreeing with this right now. And I'm not a Blake Wheeler guy at all, but Roslovic's been that bad. Question is, will this sorry team be ready for Game 6? I don't even know. That's a very good question, though. Will they? I don't know. Just what a brutal night. I got personal shit too. Like this was just this just was like the cherry on top. No reason to believe they'll show up for Game 6. I'm with you on that, Dave. Again, prove me wrong, but I unfortunately feel the same right now. And I want to have faith too, Anthony. I just don't see it though. I just don't see it either after how much they've been outplayed. I mean, yeah, the price has definitely hurt things, but I agree. I mean, it's not over, but it just, I right now can't talk myself into this team winning game 6 right now. Do we get a Derek Brassard type game 6 performance and bring it back to MSG for game 7? I hope so. I hope so. That, like, I'm rooting for it more than anyone on this planet. For all the people that get mad at me because I'm being real about this team, and like I'm the person that would sell my soul. I would do unspeakable things for them to win the Stanley Cup this year. I would do anything for them to win the Stanley Cup. But for right now, why am I showing? It's the camera thing, and I'm doing it to try and get the camera to focus because it keeps getting out of focus nonstop. That's why I keep doing it. So I apologize for that. The Cats are taking in game 6. We'll see. I mean, that's how I feel right now, but I don't know. We'll see. Still think this goes 7. I don't know if the Rangers win it. I mean, that's fair. It's a fair opinion. 94 conference finals. Loss, win. Loss, win, believe. Hopefully that's the same outcome. But I don't know. I really just, I don't know. I mean, it's not ridiculous when they're offering nothing at 5v5. Like, I don't think it's outlandish to feel angry and just feel frustrated with the fact that this team is just underachieving right now. Like, I don't think it's outlandish to react this way, because at the end of the day, again, I'm not saying the season's over by any means, and again, they could come out in game 6 flying, but the question is, will they? And for me right now, to answer that question, I just feel that they aren't going to, based on what I've seen and how much they've got outplayed. So I don't think it's ridiculous personally, but again, to each their own. If you have faith, I'm not going to stop you from having faith. Yeah, I'm just like, ugh. And then I gotta do a Mets baseball. Like, come on, don't make me deal with Mets baseball right now. Don't do it. What did Boyle say? I don't know why they're not moving Lafreniere up. Yeah, the two guys showing up are Laffy and Igor. I don't know if Drury's on the hot seat right now. I got no idea. The Mets, yeah, I can't. I'm not even gonna freaking bother with them. Like, don't make me do this. Mets, yes, sorry. Like, pray for me. Like, pray for me, somebody. I can't do that for another summer. I can't do another summer of Mets baseball. Just save me. Boyle doesn't like the man-on-man. Well, Brian Boyle is a smart man for that, because it's the point that I'm making this entire post-game, that it's just simply not working, and I don't understand why they even are playing man-on-man when Carolina got pantsed last year by the same exact Florida team. I just don't understand it. Adam, thank you for the $2. Igor's pissed he's not going out like this. Let's go Rangers. I hope you're right. And game 6 would be the perfect time for him to get his first postseason shutout. What a poetic time that would be, right? Is he going to do it? I don't know. But how poetic would that be? I'll tell you right now, it would be beautiful. You know what? Mess around and get 2 shutouts in a row, right? Yeah, the Marlins are in, I mean, the Mets and the Marlins are kind of just duking it out for who could be worse, to be honest with you. So, you know, we only have the hockey banter right now. We have nothing really to talk about with baseball, and nor should we care about baseball because both of our teams suck and are dumpster fires, to be honest with you. Nick, what's going on? Nick, you like man, it's just like I'm jealous of someone like you that's seen their team win the cup every day, every day. $20 from Christopher. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. We didn't get outplayed as much as you're saying we did. We won the first period. Second was even and lost the third. Bounces could have gone anyway. Gustafson matching for the roughing. Killed us. Got to get the 5-on-3 there. Christopher, thank you so much for the 20. I mean, I agree with you with the first period that they did play good in the first, but I did not like the second period personally. I thought they got, you know, dominated for the most part, 5v5. I thought special teams were fine in the second period. Third period, didn't play great either. Like, I don't know. But agree, like, it's a game that could have went either way, which is also why we're frustrated, is that it was a 1-goal game by the end of it. But I can't, like, when you don't generate much at 5v5, it's hard to hang your hat on this and say that they're playing good enough right now. And yeah, Panarin has not been good. Not at all. At least you guys completing. We haven't seen playoff hockey in person in Chicago since 2015. Or competing, I think you meant there. Yeah, I mean, true, but I would sell my soul right now to swap places and have a team that has won 3 Stanley Cups right now. I'd freaking just win these next 2. Just win these next 2 so I don't have to even win these next 2. Win 6 in a row. Win 6 in a row so I could just be fat and happy. I don't know if they're gonna play a guy like Edstrom. I just don't think so. I really don't think they're gonna play Edstrom at this rate. It would have happened if they were going to. The only lineup change I think you could realistically think is going to happen is Wheeler or Brodzinski. That's really about it. I mean, I honestly agree with this comment. What am I supposed to say? And honestly, the issue is that the Rangers' lack of competing for a full 60 is also just been a problem. But I don't know. I am gonna wrap this up though. All I could say is we're back at it again on Saturday. Back at it there then, and this team has they have to win the game or the season's done. I mean, there's no way around it. This is the first time the Rangers this postseason have had their backs against the wall and are going to be facing elimination, and they have to find a way to bring urgency. They have to find a way to make an adjustment, and they have to find a way to simply just play a lot better than they have these past few games. And if they don't, then we're going to be talking here on Saturday about this team being eliminated, and it will just be that simple. But if they find a way to turn things around, they have a switch somehow, because this team has played well with their backs against the wall all year, right? If they find that way, then we're all happy, and we're talking about a Game 7 where hopefully they could find a way to win that as well. But we got to get to Game 7 first. That is going to be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans. Turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live on the channel next. And I'll see you guys in the next one.